Tell
Let's
me
do
and
it.
tell us about your transition into retirement. Like, what was the first thing that you got involved in mentally, emotionally? What did it feel like when you finally said that day that you walked away from the game?
So I had an opportunity to really be around a lot of dudes that made the transition. Some dudes made the transition on their own accord. Some dudes had to transition because, it was just the end of the road for them and nobody wanted to sign them. So I sat back and I watched how people struggled with the transition, even the guys that knew exactly what they wanted to do after the fact. So I wanted to have a plan in place. When I won the Man of the Year, I met this lady by the name of Tracy Perlman that works for the NFL. Tracy Perlman, not a lot of people know her, not a lot of dudes in the NFL right now probably know her, but she is a person that every NFL player, young, old, no matter what, should absolutely create a relationship with because she cares so much about the legends in the legends community. So she told me immediately during the Man of the Year process that I went through, as soon as you're done playing football, you're gonna come work for us. And that was one of the first things that I did. As soon as I made the announcement that I was retiring, Tracy called me right away, and I started instantly working with the Legends community. And it's been something that gives me purpose. It keeps me grounded. It keeps me locked in and connected with the game of football. But also being able to just really pour into the lives of my son, my nephews, and my extended nephews that live with me, all 16 years old, all getting ready to go into their junior year in high school, coming off of a state championship season at Weddington, and knowing that my son right now is one of the highly recruited players, I'll say, and then my nephews as well. They each have 30 plus Power Five offers. I think just being present and being able to make sure that I'm instilling all of the values that I learned, you know, off the field, on the field, and in life with them has been truly special for me. But it doesn't matter at what point or when it happens or how it happens. But you have to make that transition. Transition is never something that's going to be easy. And it started out easy, but I've had my rough times with being away from a game that I love so much and that I put so much energy, effort, and time into being good at. So I think without a doubt, just being able to navigate this transitional space has been something that's been very rewarding, and it had its challenges at times. But as I look back on my legacy, I'm extremely proud of the body of work that I was able to put in as a football player. Being able to overcome all of the obstacles that I overcome, being able to just accomplish some of the things that I've accomplished, man. I think those are things that are going to last for a lifetime.
Yeah. And so me and Cam, I gotta address the elephant in the room. And me and Cam bump heads about this all the time. And I'm pulling left, he might pull right, or he has, his own understanding. But just the significance of Cam and the Panthers, right? And obviously been away from the game. He's been away from the game for a little bit of time right now, and it's a transition that's going to be made, but inevitably. But how do you think the Panthers or the city of Charlotte should celebrate Cam if the time ever did come for him to retire?
Not how they should, how we're going to celebrate him. When that time comes, he makes that decision, we're going to celebrate him in a big way, man, because nobody brought more to an NFL city than CamNewton brought to the Carolinas. Nobody has done more for a single city and for a single organization than CamNewton has done for the Carolina Panthers. And whether he understands that or not, whether he looks at it the way that it should be looked upon, when you walk into a fan fest and you see a man with the ability to completely control an entire crowd, let alone the crowd. We have more fans at our fan fest than are coming to the games right now. That was the CamNewton effect. That's what he brought to the city. And I think that this city absolutely embraced Cam. Cam embraced this city. And, he talked about being a athlete and an entertainer when he got drafted, and he became that. He became one of the biggest names in NFL football, in athletics, period. by the time he was able to win the MVP. So I think without a doubt, man, that Cam, when you're ready to make that decision and it's time to make that decision, man, we're gonna be here with open arms. We're gonna embrace you, man, and hey, you're gonna be where you rightfully deserve to be, man, somewhere in that circle of honor in Carolina Panther history, man, because the amount of fandom, the amount of energy and effort that you brought to this city, man, it would never be matched again. It would never be matched again. So I salute you, man. I salute you in a big way. And I know that this fan base cannot wait to salute you once again. You can see how they embraced you when you had the opportunity to come back. I think that really speaks to how they feel about you. So I think, man, get your head out your ass, man, and come on back.
There you have it. There, TD has spoken. Cam, you got any final words for TD, man, before you get up out of here?
Always appreciation.
Man, it's all love, always. You know that. I still kick your ass, though. Ain't that changed?
Listen, one thing about it, it's going to be like two phoenixes colliding. And let me tell you
something. It's going to be only one come out on top.
And the famous words of JJ, it's going to be dynamite. Because I ain't blinking. And he know that. He know that. Look, I hate talking about myself, but I'm going to ask you this question to deflect from talking about this situation. Who's your favorite defense to watch now in the NFL?
My favorite defense to watch in the NFL?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I have a few of them, honestly. Any defense that's being run by Sean McDermott, because I understand that defense inside and out. You know, I love to watch, you know, those guys fly around and make plays. So hats off to Coach McDermott of setting the standard and keeping that standard going. I think the San Francisco 49ers, another Coach Wilkes, they did Coach Wilkes dirty, man. I love C-Mac. I love our former teammates, but I don't wish nothing good on San Francisco with the way they handle Coach Wilkes' situation. I hope they lose the Super Bowl every single year with the way that they did my dog. And the Baltimore Ravens, man, I love the way that Roquan Smith and those guys have been able to perform. But to be honest with you, the number one defense that I think is going to be the number one defense in the league this year is going to be the Houston Texans. When you look at the additions that they've made to that defense and you look at what they already had, man, listen, Danielle Hunter added to that defense, and then you got the young buck from Alabama on the outside. Then you got what's the kid name? The linebacker from Bama, Christian. I can't think of his name.
Anderson.
No. That's Anderson on the outside. But they got another linebacker, bro, from Bama. I think he was like number 48 or something. Hey, the kid gonna be special, bro. And then they signed the kid from Tennessee. Man, look, I bet they gonna be top 5 defense in the NFL, if not number 1.
If the Texans have a top 5 defense, I know for sure C.J. Stroud will be in the MVP contention. Because if you got a top 5 defense, like I had in 2015, it's going to give you way more opportunity. And you do not have to be special.
Value of that. People don't realize the value of that, bro.
Tell you.
There's so much value.
Hold on. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. And this may catch a lot of people off guard, but must understand this. Tom Brady probably can count on one hand how many times he did not have a top 10 defense. And when you put it like that, Tom Brady is as great as any player will be. But he could count on one hand how many times he did not have a top 10 defense. Now, if you want to say, oh, he had the top 11 defense, like top tier, top 10 defenses gives opportunities to of offensive personnel. And if you protect the football and let them guys do what they do, the rest gonna be history.